Hey, what's up gamers? This is Critical Redemption here with another video game review of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for the Nintendo GameCube and N64. I first reviewed The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and thought, hey, why not? Let's review the second game. So here's my review. Enjoy! And just to let you guys know, the first transformation in this video is Zora Link, one of my favorite transformations from the Majora's Mask. Let's get started with our review. Basically, the game was made a few years later after Ocarina of Time release. This was the sequel to Ocarina of Time. It was released on April 27th of 2000. It released in North America and sold over 314,000 copies during its first week. So that's a lot of freaking copies for the sequel, and it was hyped a lot because, you know, it's Legend of Zelda, so why wouldn't it be hyped? So let's get into the game. The gameplay, I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. Let's get into the characters. We have, of course, we have Link coming back, returning to the sequel, and unfortunately, we do not have Zelda in this game, due to the fact that Link has traveled to a different part of town and is no longer in Hyrule. And you play as Link, you ride Epona, and you meet this new guy named the Skull Kid, aka Majora's Mask. So let's get into the story of the game, and I'll explain to you guys the 3-day cycle and all the songs, and the setting and the characters. So basically, Majora's Mask takes place several months after Ocarina of Time and begins with Link searching for an unnamed friend. While riding through the lost woods of Hyrule, since he had left after saving Princess Zelda, the Masked Skull Kid and his fairy accomplices Taddy and Tio, which are sister, ambush Link and steal both Epona and the powerful musical instrument, which kind of sucks for Link, but oh well. And it's the Ocarina of Time, of course they steal it. Link follows them into some dark cave. He falls into a deep hole. The Skull Kid turns him into a Deca Scrub, and that's where I'm going to get into the whole plot here. Link's turned into a Deca Scrub by the Skull Kid because he has these magical powers with the mask. Navi is no longer in this game. Toddy starts to mock Link in his new form, but is accidentally separated from the Skull Kid and her brother due to her delay. Realizing she needs Link, they team up, Taddy insists, and then they work together. The relationship between Taddy and Link is better, I would say, than Navi, because Taddy actually gives a shit about Link. Although Navi did get annoying at times, Taddy is more alertive and she lets you know more stuff when you're in trouble, in a fight, or searching for an item. So, to make a long story short, Link finds and runs into the Happy Salesman. He teaches Link the Song of Healing, which returns Link to his human form, and Link leaves his form and the Deca mask falls, and that's when Link gets his first mask. So, this game is based on time, essence, and mask collecting. While most masks in Ocarina of Time are limited or optional or a side quest, they play a central huge role in this game. There's over 24 masks total. Unlike previous Zelda games, Link can transform into 3 different forms of a Goron, Deku Scrub, or a Zora. As soon as you unlock the last part of the game, after you collect all 25 masks, you get to unlock the Fierce Deity mask, which can only be used in battle. So with that being said, guys, I want to get into the gameplay. The gameplay of Majora's Mask expands from Ocarina of Time. It retains its concept of dungeon puzzles, Ocarina songs, and introduces character transformations, like I said. And one thing that people do not like is the restriction of the 3-day cycle. Link can perform basic actions such as walking, running, and jumping, as he did in the first game. Other weapons are not available. Link can block, reflect attacks with the shield, stun enemies by throwing Deku Nuts in his Deku form. And each transformation that you do, or the 3 transformations, each has a power. The Deku Scrub has the Deku Nuts, I believe. Zora has the Blade attack, and Goron has the Roll attack. For each mask that you put on, the Ocarina turns into an instrument. For the Zora, it's a guitar. For the Goron, it's a drum. And for the Deku Scrub, it's a horn. So you still get your hook shot. Magic power allow attacks basically through magical arrows. He could use spin attacks and use special forms, like I said with the mask. As for the 3-day cycle, Majora's Mask imposes a time limit of 3 days, which is 72 hours of game time and 54 minutes in real time. In order to stop the 3-day cycle from going fast, Link can play the Song of Time backwards to slow time down. Other than that, you still have your, not your Master Sword, but you still have your Cerulean Shield. You have your regular sword, I believe. And basically the plot is to get all 25 masks, take down the Skull Kid. My final verdict for this game would probably be at a 9 out of 10. I enjoyed the game. The only thing I did not like was the 3-day cycle. And I mean, it's not much hated from a lot of people. It just gets kind of annoying. I could deal with it though. At first I couldn't because it's just the time going super fast. But as I slowed down the time with the Song of Time, I then again learned and just continued. There's dungeons, you know, puzzles, maps. Every single thing that I explained in the first review is basically back in this review. The music is outstanding. Link cannot turn into Adult Link, but when you put the Fierce Steady mask at the very end, you could hear Teenager Link, the sounds like "Hut," "Strike," and all those different sounds. This game has gotten a lot of good reviews, and you know, I've spoken about the plot, the reception of the game, and my final verdict. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my review. I'm just gonna leave you guys off with the gameplay at the end. I'll show you what the Fierce Steady mask does, and enjoy the battle. So my final verdict is a 9 out of 10. I'll talk to you guys later. This has been Cash with another video game review. Peace out and happy gaming, guys.